Hello and welcome to another round of Spudventures. This week we are back in the Undermountain for session 33 of The Forgotten Ones. So take it away, GreatDinn.
Hey, hi, and hello everybody. This is GreatDinn. Welcome back. As Spud said, we are playing D&D 5e, the Dungeon of the Mad Mage module with a bit of a twist. Joining us as always, we have Newbiespud playing Usk of House Castellanter.
Hi.
We have AvisEcho playing Yuliy.
What is a book for the dead tree?
We do not need to get into this now. Not in front of the people. We have DigoDragon playing Victor.
Beowulf backwards and go with the flow.
We have Azure Mountain playing Lander Brightwood.
A book is a pulped dead tree.
I'm glad we're getting technical here. It seems appropriate for your character. And finally, last but not least, we have Space Jawa playing Jhank.
Praise.
So, when we last left our adventurers, y'all were in level 6 of the Undermountain. You were taking some time to explore through the zone, trying to stay out of the way of the Umber Hulks that are more or less wandering the hallways and managing to slip past a particularly confused and desperate-looking Sorn. I'm not entirely sure how I should pronounce it, but you saw the earthen monstrosity from the plane of elemental earth. And you managed to locate some gems in this dwarven ruin. And when last we left off, you were examining some of the archways that lead to other levels. And further down the hall, two Umber Hulks were getting in a fight. So, what would you like to start with?
Are those Umber Hulks still coming towards us from the northeast?
One of them is maintaining some sort of home turf situation, and one of them appears to be sulking off, having been damaged in the fight between it. And it's coming around this hallway, but it obviously hasn't noticed anything yet. There's no clear, it's moving slowly enough and sort of holding its injuries that you're not entirely sure which way it's going to go. But you have an owl watching it.
Yep. So if it comes this way, I can let everyone know. I believe when we left off, I was identifying the portal over here.
Correct. What you identify is that effectively, much like the other gates, there's a key of some sort, but in this particular case, the key seems to be a specific item, more or less. It's not like the others where you can, there's like a vaguely related situation going on. There seems to be a particular key that is attuned to this door. To this archway.
And we're probably not just going to accidentally stumble over it.
Probably not.
And I'm presuming the key Jhank picked up that has nothing to do with it.
No, the iron key you picked up does not seem to react to the door at all. And the door does not react to the key at all.
Well, we've got a big old mystery on our hands, but in terms of anything actionable, it seems to be a big load of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For right now, at least.
Now we should continue on this path.
At the very least, you know where two different archways are, which is helpful.
Yep.
All right. So, which way are you going to go?
Well, considering the Umber Hulk is the other way, there's really only one path to go.
Well, that's fair. I mean, I think
One
a
path
lot of
that's
you
not
could
a fight.
We could probably take it, but I imagine most of the party doesn't want to try.
Keyword most.
And all we really know about the part to the east is that there's Umber Hulk nests in that direction, which is not really our goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, fighting one is one thing, fighting two is another.
Yeah. They have clearly injured each other, so you'd be fighting two damaged ones, for what it's worth. All right, so this room you have entered, there are 6 glowing quartz pillars, similar to the ones you've encountered beforehand. As previously stated, 2 of them seem to be broken. They seem to be sort of flashing, shimmering. partially shattered, but the rest seem to be in fine condition. There are rusted helms and shields, armor fragments, and weapons covering the floor, rusted and shattered and old, very, very old.
So, in other words, worthless.
Yes. You can see in the deep alcove to the back, there is a sarcophagus, mostly clear of the metal wreckage, but the sarcophagus is shattered stone, and there's an inscription on the back in Dwarvish. But otherwise, this room seems to be fairly empty.
All right. Now we got 2 paths from here.
What is
Was
it?
there anything for
is
the
it in-
sarcophagus? You said it was
is it
just
in-
broken open.
Is it
Well,
investigation we use when we want to check the room more thoroughly?
yeah. All right. With an 11, you can see that there. Hold on. I'll just wait until everyone who's wanted to roll has rolled.
I'm good.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, with an 11, a 12, and a 14, here is what you three discover. Interestingly, none of these, despite the writing being in Dwarvish, none of the weapons or armor or helms or shields actually seem to be of Dwarvish make. They seem to be Orcish, Goblinoid, Drow, Dwergar, and all sorts of others, but not Dwarvish. And Victor, with a 21, you caught on to that just a little bit faster and realized this was set up. This is not actually the tomb. There's a secret door here. Just let me put a pointer real fast. There's a secret door right here, hidden, pressed into the wall.
Secret
And
tunnel.
here I was getting Moria vibes.
Yeah, I noticed
The-
that as soon as you said secret door.
The inscription on the tomb here says, "Our king is with the gods. Here lie his bones." Though being smashed open, I think the bones have gone up and walked off.
Well, I mean, from what you've seen, from what you've investigated, it appears that inscription is a lie.
Yeah, there seems to
That's
be
not
something
where the bones are.
This
set
is
up.
a,
and
this
I
is a show
feel-
tomb.
Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. And I point out the secret door that I seem to have picked up on.
Nice
Point.
work. Well,
Oh.
anyone gonna open this?
You have the expertise, I think, in figuring out if there's any kind of lock mechanism to open it.
Dahlia will approach.
I was just about to say, I just give it a push.
Yeah, if you give it a push, it swings right open, and Dahlia looks disappointed that she didn't have a chance to kick it down.
Oh, sorry. I'll save the next one for you, Dahlia.
Thanks, I'd appreciate it. This is
Okay.
new.
We could close it again so you can kick it open.
No, it's fine. Don't hurt
No,
yourself
but-
on my account.
The magic's gone now.
Everybody pick up junk. We use our head. Ah, I don't want to use my head. Anyway.
Inside, you find a smaller room, where the previous room you were in was around 20 feet high. This one is only 10. There is a black marble sarcophagus flecked with gold standing close to the south wall, its lid carved in a likeness of the king. And set into the side walls, you can see these 10 glittering crystal panels. Each is 6 feet tall, 3 feet wide, and 1 inch thick. Golden crystal carved with a bas-relief image of a dwarf warrior clutching a battle axe. Let's see what else is in this room. Sorry, just double checking.
The back room.
That is all you can get a good view on.
I have a peculiar feeling that those whatever they were called,
The crystal
embedded in the
panels.
walls. Yeah, those panels. Peculiar feeling that those might come to life if we try to open the sarcophagus.
Is there a reason we need to open the sarcophagus?
Because it might
Not as
contain
far as I
something
know.
useful. We are
Or is
here
it locked?
to.
Maybe we can just say it's archaeology.
We are here, at least in some respect, to not only get to our goal, but get stronger and more well-equipped along the way. But then again, this is a king's secret, Dwarven warrior king's secret tomb, and, well, we could choose to honor that or not, but we could also choose to respect that they probably have gone for more than just security through obscurity.
Yeah, there is also a chance that if they were big on warrior stuff, if someone comes through and they have defenses set up and they beat them, then stuff's yours.
Also, the only thing that they might actually have that's probably even remotely good for taking would be weapons, because none of us are small enough to be wearing dwarven armor.
What would it be for roll to see if maybe they would be interested in fighting, and if we're strong enough to beat them, we're strong enough to claim your stuff.
They're probably not going to announce it to grave robbers.
Probably Arcana or Detect Magic. Since,
Yeah.
I mean,
right now they're just immobile.
Is there more of an cultural aspect that would lead to that kind of conclusion?
Nothing you can see. Jawa, you are extremely hard to hear.
Oh.
Very soft.
Your connection is super crackly and you're very quiet.
I have you boosted by 100%, and I still can't. And you're still very quiet to me.
Gotta get the gains. Okay. Well, let's see.
Dahlia is going to enter the room and sort of
That is
look
my-
around.
Worst Arcana roll yet.
Yeah, unfortunately with the 6, you just get the same sort of vibe of like, this is the Undermountain. Everything is really profuse with magic. Not really a good vibe of like, if this room in particular has anything that could be helpful or not.
Did Jhank get anything with a 13?
With a 13, no. You just you have a good idea that these crystal panels are definitely worth something, and you could probably pry them off the wall. And that is what Dahlia is trying to do with this one over here.
My gosh.
I'm gonna wait and see where this goes.
Yeah, Jhank's going to do the same, because on the one hand, if it causes something to happen, bad idea. If it doesn't, hey. But then on the other hand, well,
Pause.
1 moment. Let's see. Where's her? What would be the best roll to remove something real fast?
Strength.
Strength
Yeah,
check?
I think it's probably just
strength.
raw strength in this case, so she's just
Yep.
gonna roll raw strength.
If it requires some finesse, then probably sleight of hand, but
Or just flat decks.
She's there's probably an easier way to get it off the wall. But Dahlia found her easy way, which is just ripping it off. And she sets this crystal panel down in front of her and goes, I feel like we could make some money off these things. They'll fit in the chest, right?
I kind of
Five.
glance
Not
back
wrong.
at
4,
Chestnut,
3,
and I'm like,
2, 1.
if they're 3 feet, then yes. Because Chester's 5 feet, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're 6 feet tall, but they're only 3 feet wide, so.
So they can fit.
All right.
I'm literally just waiting for something
Mhm.
to come swinging.
well,
nothing happens.
Hmm.
So let's see. With an 18 investigation, you've Lander, you find that there probably is a way to get these, like the battle axes seem like an image, but at the same time, they also seem like they might actually be like pressed within the glass. Like it's actually unclear if this is just a carved image within the glass itself, or if there is in fact a crystal battle axe embedded in each of these.
Well,
And Victor, with an 11, this strikes you as a fairly normal dwarven burial setup for a king.
Okay. That was
But-
actually my question.
Yeah,
How usual would dwarves bury their royalty like this?
Mhm. It's
Okay.
it's a bit smaller than you would expect, but given the state of the Undermountain, it might not be. They might, since they had the whole false tomb in the first place. Who knows? So Dahlia's gonna look at the rest of you and go, anyone want to help me get the rest of these?
I mean,
those battle axes in them might actually be real, but it's hard to tell.
You want me to break one open and find out?
If you feel like it.
Try the one that doesn't look the most gaudy, because it's probably worthless if it is.
So Yuliy, with an 18, you do manage to pull it out. Unfortunately, yours cracks in the process.
Oh, well, there we go.
So,
Well then,
Is there a battle axe in there?
if you very carefully pull it apart, yes, there is a full crystal battle axe in there that you can take. It doesn't look like it might be. It doesn't look like it might be the best weapon, but it's definitely ornate enough you could probably sell it.
it looks fragile and not for fighting, more for just
Yeah, it looks more for decoration.
figured.
I'm going to, after I see it break, I'm going to go over and see if there's like a mount or some trick to pulling them off the wall safely. Sleight of hand.
How many do you just check that one, or how many do you check?
I'd start with this one and then maybe check like the couple down here to see if there's like a difference.
So it appears that like you could so with that 22, there's not a trick to pulling them out. They are embedded in the wall. There would be an easier way to sort of like pry it loose with a proper set of tools or something.
I've got tinker tools. I don't know if that would help at all.
But you do find something else.
What do I find?
In the southernmost panel next to where you are, you find that there is another small lever behind the panel. It's just barely reachable, but you can sort of grab it
long-limbed
with your hands. Yes. It's in your case, it's more your limbs are. It's not the length of your limbs. It's that your hands are too big because it's designed for dwarfs.
That's true. Hey, I found a switch here. I am going to pull it. Everyone, be ready.
All right. By the way, I have a crowbar as well if we need that.
A crowbar would definitely, if you're careful with it, would definitely make that process easier.
Oh yeah, that's we'll definitely need it. All right, reach in and flip the lever.
Oh, the lever, Crunk.
I feel like the floor is going to come out below us.
Yeah.
The back wall opens,
Oh,
and
Well,
there's another
howdy.
hallway.
Howdy.
Hey,
Should we open the sarcophagus or just leave
No.
it be?
good job, Usk.
Sure thing.
I really think we should leave it be.
I would say if we're
All
going to
right.
be looting stuff, let's at least leave the king alone.
Well, assuming that is the king, we have this new secret passage again.
Well,
You see a hallway. It is choked with dust and cobwebs, and there's another door at the far end. But it doesn't seem to have any kind of lock.
All right.
So
Dahlia, I found another door for you.
Dahlia will smile and say, "Does it look locked?"
It does not.
Well, can't have everything. And she proceeds to kick the door off its hinges.
This one does.
It shoots down the hallway.
Whoa.
It lands in the middle and proceeds to open a pit trap.
Nice.
nice.
Well done.
The door falls down this 30-foot deep trap. And Dahlia goes, "Well, that was better than expected. Better than last time, at least."
The only way that could have been better is if it actually covered over the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the door was not 10 feet wide or 10 feet tall to do that. So
Yeah.
it did weigh at least 50 pounds. So that was enough to trigger the switch in the middle of the room, in the middle of the hallway. That said, there's no discernible door at the end. The hallway seems to end in yet more solid stone.
I
At
will
this
be
point,
right back.
Okay. At
What are
this
the odds
point,
that it's just there as a trap?
it's possible. It would be weird to have a trap after the sarcophagus, though.
Well, I mean, you get people who are extra greedy and they go in and
Maybe this is like
expecting more.
like a secondary back entrance, maybe? But is it possible to carefully navigate around the pit now that it's open?
Now that it's open, yes, it's fairly easy. It would not be difficult for you to set something up to make it easier to cross, like a small rope guide or even a sturdy jump. And Dahlia has boots of flying, so she could toss them back and forth for people
All right.
if necessary.
Gonna say like building like a rope guide, like to kind of like move along the wall, holding onto that, a couple of pitons, and then just kind of walk over to the other side.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
And then
So what happened?
There's a pit, and I'm just setting up something to go over it while we're here.
All right.
I guess I will just my perception and investigation aren't great, but I'll just take a look around.
Oh
roll
shit,
natural
that's
20.
a nat 20. With a nat 20, here's what you can tell. There is no distinct mechanism in the section of the room that you can see. However, you did look down while you were going over the pit.
The pit leads somewhere, doesn't it?
No, the pit ends at a 30-foot drop because you can see the door at the bottom of it. But the door landing as hard as it did also uncovered what appears to be a button.
At the bottom or
At
on the side?
At the bottom of the pit.
Huh.
Who in our party is best at climbing, or do we just have Dahlia airwalk down there?
Well, do you think that it would be pressed if I Eldritch blasted it?
Or we could just drop
It might-
drop
it might
like
break
a
it.
particularly heavy stone on it with some accuracy. That would probably do it.
Let me just double check something real fast. I want to make sure I understand how these boots work.
I mean, worst case scenario is you can just, roll a rope down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Everyone does have 50 feet of rope.
Yep. Dahlia is going to click her heels together, activate the winged boots, and say, "If this thing closes on me, I expect one of you to break it open. Or, well, I'll break it open and I'll be very mad." She slowly, carefully drops to the bottom and hits the button with the heel of her foot. And once again, a door opens in front of you, and it leads to a very grand room indeed.
Oh my.
Not another hallway.
Nope, not another hallway.
I
Oh.
feel fear.
I half expected we'd find the goat. Okay.
This is a very
Yeah.
elaborate set of mechanisms for this. I'm now intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
And judging by the
beyond-
dust and the cobwebs, it feels like no one else has gotten this far.
Not even y'all. Or not even previous y'all.
Well, Dahlia did say that
This
she
was new
hadn't
to her,
seen that door
yeah.
before, so
Mm-hmm. Here is what you find in this room. Watching in the locations marked with stars, you can see watching over this chamber are 4 9-foot tall stone statues of imperious dwarves. Hanging on the southern walls between the statues of Moradin and Baranar is a thick tapestry depicting a king, his adamantine war pick in hand as he battles a purple worm. Unfortunately, the rest of the tapestry is too moldy and frayed to be worth anything.
If only we had prestidigitation.
And you can see Victor, with your general knowledge of religion and your familiarity with dwarves, you would understand that the dwarves represent the dwarven deities of Moradin, god of creation, Baranar, True Silver, god of hearth and home, Clangeddon Silverbeard, the god of battle, and Marthamor Duin, the god of exploration.
I will share this knowledge with the party.
So this is a place of great dwarven respect and renown.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to walk into the center of the room very carefully.
I feel like you should wipe your feet before you enter.
I do,
Seems so
actually.
elaborate.
Just try to kick a little bit of the dust off of my feet.
Right?
get some more dirt on it.
Actually, I'm going to take a kneeling position in the center of the room. Briefly pay respects to the Dwarven King, who assume we are, frankly, probably going to rob.
I mean, we already have started doing that.
Yeah. And then, after a few moments of assumedly not much happening... Oh.
Damn it, I made a typo.
You did make a typo.
Oh.
Was that just a whisper to me, or was that for everybody?
I don't
That was
see
just to
anything.
you.
All right.
It's not. I didn't accidentally put it in a language you can't read, did I?
No. I see it. I read it.
Okay. Because I just realized, like, oh crap, I still have the thing in Dwarvish. Please don't tell me I sent a message in Dwarvish that you cannot read.
I look back at the others, kind of tap my ear, and then say, "Just a stroke of magnificent luck, I presume, Your Majesty. I presume these security measures are quite impressive in my estimation." The tomb is just beyond my reach. Do you mean the tapestry?
Sorry, I have to do this by whispers.
Yeah.
All right.
I
It's
get
interesting getting just half the conversation.
So you
They're
are
always the best.
So you are the last of the
can-
security measures. And I imagine the most potent of them all. I see. What would it, But you are not here of your own will. Ah, I see. Must be quite an ordeal to be the guardian of this tomb, and then to have a Mad Mage build all around it. Let's see. The mage himself has visited this place, but he is not interested in what lies beyond. I see. My curiosity is piqued, especially if it may help us in our quest, our campaign against the Mad Mage. I am interested in undertaking the trial. Oh boy. The GM is typing.
Sorry.
I feel like upon reading this now, I probably should have made a decision to do Divine Sense like 5 minutes earlier.
If Yuliy or anyone else gets closer to the center of the room, do they hear it, or is it?
No,
It is targeted. It is targeted on me. Oh boy.
Probably.
Oh,
because
I
you
am.
went
I am
to
staying
the-
by the door until
Yeah, I'm glad you're close
unless
by.
it feels like something
honestly.
goes.
Jhank, meanwhile, once he realized that us was talking to a voice only he could hear, he basically noped out of the room.
I mean, honestly, fair.
Yeah.
Just,
gonna be
don't
okay,
go
Ask?
too far in case I need your help. Yeah, I'm. The guardian of this place is speaking to me telepathically.
Ah,
Cool.
I am trapped
Challenging
within a
you?
statue. You must destroy it and free me from this prison. If you wait too long before unlocking the true tomb, the statues will rise and crush you. In their current state, they can be destroyed, but I can't say what success you will have should they rise. All right. Get everyone in here. I'm gonna want everyone's strength and brain power here. We need to destroy one of these statues. There is a spirit who is trapped within one of them. But
Is there a reason we can't do all of them at the same time?
If we do this, I believe if we do this incorrectly, and if we take too long to do it, the statues will animate and crush us. And these statues, it sounds like these statues are pretty powerful. They can be destroyed in their current state, maybe not so much when they're activated.
And I take it we don't know which statue it is?
Not yet. I'm
Can
gonna
you ask your friend?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask, is this a riddle, or is there a clue that will guide us to the correct statue? Victor, these represent dwarven gods, right?
that's correct.
All right. So one of these gods needs to be destroyed. That's part of the riddle.
Yes, it'd be kind of useless because it doesn't do.
Okay,
spirits,
there were
it
4 of
just
them. It
does
was
undead.
trying to remember the names and what they represented.
Well, I'll put it down in chat in a second.
Okay.
Is there a
worth
reason why
noting-
we can't destroy all of them at the same time?
Can we?
Which there's enough of us.
The spirit has asked
Yep.
me to destroy the statue in which they are trapped, and that was their specific request, and I believe it is important that we do precisely that and not just go scorched earth on this place.
Agreed.
There is no riddle. I simply do not know which I am in, and it has been so very long, but I am not alone. Within the others are demons. If you release them, I cannot say what may happen. One of these statues contains a helpful spirit. The others contain demons. That's why.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Can you sense evil spirits?
See here's sitting on the the counter of out of character. Here comes the real decision of, are fiends demons or are they devils? Because it does make a difference.
Well, can you use detect good and evil? Is that a thing?
I was thinking we're divine sons, but do I even have that other one?
I mean, you're a paladin, so you should have a lot of spells at your disposal.
I do.
All right. So yeah, I think Divine Sense might be pretty helpful here.
Yeah, it has the same wording that I would have for Divine Sense. It's Well, for detect good and evil, it specifies aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet.
I believe fiends, devils, and demons are kind of in the same zone. Let me double check real fast.
I know that there's a differentiation between devil and fiend because one's in the abyss and one's in the hells.
Ah.
That's why I'm like,
Fiend is a collective term for the lower plane. Demon is chaotic. Devil is lawful. So fiends cover all of them.
Cool.
Yay.
Well, at least, if nothing else, that's how I'm going to rule it.
Cool.
So what were these gods again? You said you were going to write that down somewhere?
Yes, I apologize. I got a little caught up in that.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of information we're now here to process.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me double check. I'm trying to make sure that I can tell you where each one is proper.
Right.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
You know what would be great?
Okay.
You could make folders for the notes.
Circle.
Yeah. Okay. So in the
Don't mind me.
wait, where's those gods? Yes. Top left. I'll put that in the chat. Left is
Marthammer Duin, God of Exploration, in the top left. All right.
that. There we go.
Top right, GreatDinn Silverbeard, God of Battle. Bottom left.
Preparatorily.
Moradin, God of Creation. Exploration, Battle, Creation. Bottom right is Baranar, True Silver, God of Hearth and Home.
The tapestry is the wavy thing between Moradin and Baranar.
Gotcha.
I am going to roll religion.
Mm-hmm.
To see if one of these things are not like the other.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah, to see like if any of these are, say,
It's 6.
usual protectors of dwarven burial grounds or whatnot.
Is one of these dwarven gods not like the others? Are 3 of them similar in a way?
What you know is that these are... What is with the enormous... Someone checking an area of effect real fast?
It's me reading that, because here's the actual difference between detect good and evil and divine sense. 30 feet radius difference.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
This is divine sense.
Okay.
Holy shit, man. It's huge.
All right. That's a lot. With a nat 20, here is what you know. Generally speaking, none of these are the dwarven gods that you would associate with a burial. They all might have, since this is the supposed burial ground for a king, presumably these statues, the statues would have been chosen to represent like the exploits of this particular king. And from what you know of the Undermountain, all of these could potentially have some reference for the king that supposedly, or that seems to have built this floor, or the floor was built for, because this obviously was a dwarven home. It was some form of exploration because it was a further dig within the Undermountain. Arguably there was a creation for it, and as demonstrated by the tapestry, there was clearly some kind of battle, given the purple worm situation. None of them strike you as immediately odd. It seems odd to make so many so large and to trap demons within them, but given the other traps at this point, and the fact that there has been not one but 2 false burial grounds, you're not entirely sure how far these dwarves are willing to go.
Very far.
Dwarfception.
All right, so
They want
nothing
to
nothing
Go
about
the
the
distance.
choice of god representation stands out. All right, so we can
Yeah, nothing
Rule that
immediately
out.
springs to mind.
at least as far as we understand them not being deep in ancient dwarven cultures ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Be interesting if one of us was actually a dwarf.
Yeah.
Well, we have someone who knows Dwarvish.
Yeah.
That's close-ish.
The one who knows Dwarvish, who used to be an elf or
Mhm.
half elf.
All right.
Now they're
Yuliy,
human.
has Yuliy used her either of her detection spells?
Oh, I was waiting for you guys to finish speaking for whatever you are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I'm done talking. So
Like,
Like I don't think it's divine sense is a really showy thing. So she could have totally been doing it while you were going through
Mhm.
all the gods.
All right. So are you using divine? You are using divine sense, and that's the radius.
Yes.
All right. Can you please read to me specifically exactly what divine sense says?
Oh boy, here we go.
Take the gum out of my mouth. The presence of a strong evil registers in your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music to your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type, celestial, fiend, undead, or any being whose presence you can sense but not its identity. The vampire crowd. Strad von Zarvich, for instance. Within the radius, you can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hollow spell. You can use this feature a number of times equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier. When you finish a long rest, you regain all expended uses.
All right. Here is what you find. There are 4 fiends in this room.
I figured.
One of the voices is a fiend. All right.
It was always a fiend.
I mean, yeah.
They want to get out. Of course.
And there is a consecrated zone just past the tapestry.
so should we just ignore what the voice said
Oh, I
and
am.
go to the tapestry?
I'm
Wait.
completely
I asked.
bypassing that
Wait,
passcode. Yeah.
Yuliy. Wait, will something happen if we touch or remove the tapestry? I ask the voice. And do you know if you are fiendish in nature? Do you remember?
It's not going to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna ask it and confront it. I'm gonna see what kind of answer I get, because that might be telling.
Cough.
Sorry.
If it tries to say I'm lying, then it can fight me over that.
That's
I
careful how you word that.
I will not.
You may get your wish.
Usk gets burned for trusting people. Part 33.
And then amusingly, this whole time, Jhank is just sitting out at that door, keeping watch, having no idea what's going on.
Being a real team player.
I mean,
Well,
nobody.
Keeping
I mean-
an eye on Crunchbite.
I asked.
Well, and I mean, after he left, nobody went to get him.
I'm
I
listening
asked.
for
I
this
asked for your
unwrapped.
presence. I tried calling out to you. You decided not to come. Yes, I'm a fiend. That should be no problem for one such as you or your tiefling. You'll find nothing but a wall beyond the tapestry. The tomb lies beyond. There's a barrier that must be removed. So yeah, it admits it's a fiend, and says that one such as me. Oh, yeah, I'm.
So it
technically
shouldn't
fiend.
pose a problem to you or Yuliy, but that doesn't mean it won't pose a problem to the rest of us.
Or rather, one, Yuliy being a tiefling is fiendish herself, and 2, I'm technically fiend touched. And I think
Right.
I think our friend here senses that.
I'm just hearing everyone that's not me and us back up.
It might say not a problem, as in like, why should you worry about it since you're also
I mean, just because
fiend
it's a fiend
adjacent.
doesn't mean it can't be friendly. Is I think is what it's trying to say.
I
But-
mean, it started this conversation by lying to you, so I don't
No, it
think
didn't.
that really applies.
It didn't start this conversation by lying to me. What do you?
It said it was a good spirit, and then there were 3 fiends.
I
There were
didn't. No, it
4.
didn't actually say that. It didn't actually say that. That was an assumption I made.
Mm.
It did not
It
make
just
any.
said it was a guardian of the tomb.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I also presumed it was a guardian of the tomb.
All right. Well,
It's the exact words were, "I am among the last of the security measures of which you speak."
So it was a
But
security
and it says, "But I am not here of my own will."
If I recall, it also said not to take too long.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Fine, too
should,
long.
Lander, Dahlia, and I back up a little bit, and you two go after it. Tapestry, I mean.
Well, here's the thing. The way I was going to figure out was entirely banking on the fact of the assumption there were 3 fiends. There are now 4. So
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and there's only a wall behind the tapestry until we get this solved.
Maybe we can figure something out with some good old investigation.
With a 10, the wall just seems real solid. Just seems
Alright.
like there is a. Yep.
Pretty solid wall there.
Yep, definitely solid.
I'm actually gonna roll
Oh,
Arcana because I'm wondering if maybe there's something to the fiendish resonance that me or Yuliy might have that might help us sort of like track this particular voice down.
oh,
Okay.
Sorry, that was a lot all
Um,
at once.
No,
You were in the middle of typing,
I'm
so
I am in the middle of typing. I'm going to run with this. While sorry, I need to just rephrase this last sentence real fast. And as it says that, and you sort of attune to the arcane energies in the room, you realize that this fiend is not lying to you, but it's really not. It's really just sort of withholding the truth. The barrier is not something so powerful it can't be taken down, and the magic that you sense in the room is something you're somewhat familiar with, in that it is purely a sealing magic. There is no animating force. These statues will not come to life, and it would take a dispel magic spell to break open this barrier that is posing as a wall in the back, but it would not be difficult for any of the magic users here.
I let out a sigh and say, yeah, and then don't say anything for a few seconds and say, I really wanted to trust you. I suppose that's on me.
This is no longer just us hearing it. This is basically everyone getting a enormous telepathic ringing in your heads as this fiend screams into the ether, just yelling and cursing and basically spewing the most vile invectives it can at all of you, interspersed with just begging to be freed.
I look to Yuliy and say, I apologize, you were right.
she accepted. It's all right. trusting people is not a bad thing. Just not initially for the types of people who are prone to lying by default.
The barrier can probably be dispelled by your pretty basic dispel magic if anyone's got a slot they want to put on that. Just cast it on the wall behind the tapestry.
I could do
It'd be
that.
great if dispel magic was ritual.
Wouldn't it?
That is not one I have.
Yeah, it's not a ritual.
Yeah. It's one I got.
I do have
so-
it though.
All right. I will take a step forward, and I'm casting Dispel Magic at that barrier.
All right. The wall disappears, and you see a stone dais supporting the true sarcophagus of King Melaira, a perfectly cut slab of white marble. Melaira. There's a hyphen A, and I was like, I don't remember the name being that. Sorry. Stone dais supporting the true sarcophagus of King Melair. It's a perfectly cut slab of white marble with the name in Dwarvish etched in silver on top. The lid is sealed and it seems extremely heavy, but it looks like the lot of you could potentially make use of it. Or the lot of you together could easily open it.
When you said make use of it, I was like,
I don't
what?
know why I said make use of it. I meant open it. My brain. Sorry, words are hard for me this week. Honestly,
Everyone
I knew
on
what you
3
meant, it
hurl the
just-
sarcophagus at our enemies.
Or make it into a shield.
I mean, it would be a good great shield.
Yeah.
Just this giant stone slab you're holding in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
isn't
so-
that technically a Dark Souls boss? Or 3?
It's just a wall.
See the reference I'm thinking of is Braum, League of Legends.
Hmm.
He just carries
Now the
around a
question-
giant door.
Question we need to ask ourselves is, do we really want to raid a tomb?
I mean, if nothing else, it means we can open up the other tomb without being too worried about it.
Or that sets off a trap because people would initially think that that's the real one. There's
Sure,
probably
I mean-
traps galore in here.
There was, a secret door, a secret lever to open another secret door, another door, a pit with a switch at the bottom to open the other secret door, and then 4
Excuse me.
fiend-sealed statues and a illusory barrier
Behind a tapestry.
behind an old tapestry. Like, they're as weird and impractical as this has been so far, we are at the upper limit of practicality. Even for the standards of, we really don't want anyone to reach this king's tomb.
Yeah, at this point, it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
The GM
See,
is
the problem
typing.
with you guys not seeing all my expressions is I've gone through about like 50 of them in like the last 5 seconds.
Well, see, there's probably not going to be much useful to me in that tomb. So I'm going to leave this decision up to you guys.
At this point, I must know. More,
Curiosity?
even if there's nothing useful there, I've got to know. So I'm going to approach the sarcophagus.
Yeah, I'll go with you. I mean, at this point. All
Dahlia's also going to go.
right. 3 amigos. Let's do it.
Dahlia will take a grip on the I guess right hand side and then look to the two of you and go, you guys can take the other side, right?
Yeah, no
Sure,
problem.
we'll each take a corner and kind
And 3,
Gonna
2,
step over
One.
here a bit.
of
lift. And Dahlia will pull to her side to let the thing sort of drop without breaking it. She's not totally heartless.
yeah.
And inside you can see there is a mummified corpse It is a Dwarven King clad in what you recognize, Victor, as burial robes, clutching an adamantine war pick and a sentinel shield bearing the symbol of Dumathoin resting atop his legs.
Symbol of Dumathoid.
That
Haven't heard
wasn't
that
one of
name
the
in a while.
wasn't one of the gods in
Nope.
this.
Was not.
Nope. Dumathoin, God of Secrets. That was the one you dealt with in the secret vault.
The vault.
We
Yeah.
also happen to know someone who lost a war pick earlier on.
Did we?
Yeah, Yuliy.
Well, okay.
Yep.
But
It got buried in the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
okay, well.
For the next king, for the next Dwarven King to pull.
Whoever who
But this
should
one's
pull us
even
this
better
pick.
because it's adamantine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Your Majesty, thank you for your contributions. And I reach down to pull the weapons out of his grasp.
All right. The shield isn't attached to anything; it's just resting on top of his legs, so that's easy to get. The pick comes with a hand.
Cool.
Gonna try to gently brush the mummified, rotted hand off the handle.
It collapses back into the tomb, separated from the rest of the king. But
I'll try to put the hand in the vaguely back in its place position.
and with that, Dolly goes, I've seen better halls. And
Yeah, I mean,
starts lifting up her side to put the top of the tomb back.
Yep.
I
you go.
just kind of very briefly check around to see if there's anything else, like extra hidden or something, but my investigation's not very good.
Yeah, it seems that this is genuine. It seems that this king was beloved enough that they wanted just to make sure that, given the fact that they were clearly dealing with a lot of various underground factions, the Dwergar and the Drow and etc., that this was built just in order to like really definitely for sure protect the body.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I can see why the Mad Mage wasn't very interested.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to you from what you can tell, he may have used this room just as a like a thinking zone. At the very least, it was something
it's a
to
very
drown
quiet
out.
room. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very quiet room. If you can get past the telepathy, and he can. We'll just put it that way.
Well, at least you had the honor of dying permanently, Your Highness.
I will give him a dwarven prayer and thanks for the equipment. It will be used in coming battles and bring glory. Amen.
So is it possible to now investigate whether that other tomb is trapped or if it might potentially contain something?
I really think that's
That's what I was thinking. Man, I've been low on roll on investigate.
Is it investigation or something else? Or?
With the best you might be able to, the investigation could work, or, any of the standard like arcana or nature or etc. could have a chance at giving you something, but there's no way to know for sure. I can't just tell you the right roll to check for traps in this case.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't that be me and my sleight of hand?
Yeah, but your sleight of hand found the secret door in
That's
this
true.
case.
Yeah. I could go back. I mean, since it seems like we found the items of worth, which are the adamantine war pick and the sentinel shield, I'll just go back and help check for traps down up there.
So I think it makes sense for Yuliy to get the pick. But does Yuliy also use a shield?
He has a shield.
Yeah, I think Yuliy has a shield.
Well,
Okay.
I think we'll just have to look at the stats and see if that helps anybody.
A shield only does like the same.
Yeah,
adds
it's
only
plus
18
2, but
unless, it's a shield plus 2 or just
no,
Well-
it's the standard plus 2 that a shield gives.
okay.
But this shield also is a magical one.
Oh.
Keep in mind, I can identify things.
Yes.
That might also
So.
be pretty good if these are magical.
It'll
Yuliy,
take 11 minutes, but
Yuliy, are you having a time down there, or are those fiends still talking smack down there?
Us, can you join me down here for a second?
Yeah, sure. Something still going on with these guys?
Talia will follow. Do you need me to break one and just kill whatever's inside?
No.
It's
And I
tempting.
don't know if you know this and are keeping it hush, or if you don't. Because it's calling you the Vessel of Bel.
oh yeah, that. We knew that.
I
Isn't that the
was-
guy that he killed?
Very few devils can be killed for good.
I might have found an unorthodox way, and I don't know. I don't know how. I just know that I did.
It says it smells its blood on your soul.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that,
he was.
that probably
I
makes
would
sense.
double check that.
I mean, he did contract with Bell and then used Bell's power to kill Bell.
The last thing it said to me before it started cursing all of us was, what would I gain from harming one so tied to Dash? So, yeah, some fiends who have been trapped here for eons would probably sense that and call me something like the Vessel of Ball. To the extent to which it's true, other than I killed him once, I couldn't honestly tell you. And Yuliy, I have been as upfront as I can.
I mean, it's just the wording that's strange, because
It is. I agree.
if
It's
it's
strange.
just that you killed him, then that's just like you're essentially a kingslayer like I am. But
Yeah.
it didn't say that.
I mean, it is possible as well that Bell somehow took a part of his soul and put it into Usk's soul to perhaps regenerate over time.
I was at one point his servant and paid dearly for it. I believe I mentioned that. I
But who knows?
made a pact with him to try and protect my home.
So are you like a Horcrux for him?
Could be that Bell is incubating inside of Usk's soul.
That's my only concern. And it's nothing that you've done for bad reasons. It's just a concern I now have.
That is probably something to look into, and that would not be a good thing if we didn't get a handle on that. So yeah, but at the moment,
Well, here's a question.
At the moment,
did your divine sense detect anything with Usk?
It didn't.
That's the thing. If you're not sensing that evil within me, either it's not anywhere. If there is something gestating inside of me,
but you're not a fiend. Technically, if one of you were a tiefling like me, I wouldn't sense you that way either, because it's not the same thing.
These
bringing
divine
up my
detection spells
concerns.
have a lot of legalese to them.
They sure do.
Yeah.
When, you would think that a divine, sense or spell would come down to more like a feeling of faith than just like, well,
No, you gotta make
check.
you have to make all the sense in the world. It's like being a lawyer.
Oh boy.
Is that a common profession in these places?
I would not be surprised. Considering we can also learn Zone of
Okay,
Truth.
new character idea, cleric who's a lawyer.
Phoenix Wright, cleric of action.
Are you aware of how the circles are run, how the rulers of hell are selected? I have no interest in the throne you may claim.
So apparently Usk has claim to the throne of that circle of hell.
Well,
I
that's
mean-
neat. If only it wasn't trapped here, huh? Also, probably passed on that.
Yeah.
I might
All right.
I might still have a chaotically legal claim to the throne, but I can't remember, but I could see myself saying no thanks actually. Or maybe I did, but only held it remotely for the perks.
I'm curious if this will help or hurt us in negotiations with Diz.
Mm.
So apparently I still have some kind of fiendish mark upon me that other powerful fiends know what I've done, which doesn't surprise me. But apparently this also has meaning in the circles of hell.
Keep what you
Interesting.
kill.
In a sense, rite of conquest.
All right. Well, on that cheerful note, we should probably get going.
I
The
just wanted to
GM is
voice
still
my
typing.
Sorry.
Did we? Okay, well,
These fiends are chatty all of a sudden.
Well, this
Because we're
one
listening.
fiend. It's still
This-
just the one.
Yeah. The
I mean,
solo
he's
one.
normally trapped down here by him as the lonesome. He's probably excited to have new people to talk to, even.
And very
Right.
angry that they're not letting him out, yeah.
I mean, it should have expected this much.
Now he's saying, so we're all trapped here. Why not free us and maybe we can help you? Yeah, no, he's already admitted that his goal would be to cause chaos. And not just on a small group like us, but on a larger scale for his own joy. So,
Yeah, no.
no, I don't think I will. And I don't think I can extract a promise from those not bound by laws or codes. Whatever conquered these fiends, they can only assume it was at least somewhat deserved. The GM is still typing.
Sorry.
It's, man,
He's poking a bear. Fun.
like I
Who's
really want,
the
I really
one poking
want,
the bear?
you know, it's us apparently I'm just like stupid good. That's my alignment, is because I just want to help make a difference, and these fiends totally took
What?
advantage of that, and I am bitter.
Sorry. I don't
In character,
think it's stupid good.
in character.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
It's lawful stupid.
It's
Okay.
stupid. It's stupid good. Clearly, I don't give a shit about the law.
No, I can't tell whether whether the bear is supposed to be us or the fiend.
Well, I'm clearly not having us snap at me.
No, because if the fiend is supposed to be the bear, then you're basically poking a bear that can't do anything about it. So you can poke the bear as
Exactly.
much as you want.
Yeah, these fiends have angered me.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's not exactly much they can do about it. You have you have managed to succeed. So, congratulations on your prize. You have discovered the true tome in this dungeon.
All right.
This level of the dungeon, I should say.
The
There's
true
probably
tome.
more.
And yeah, we got some neat things out of it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if in this entire dungeon, this was the one true treasure?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be that mean.
Isn't the treasure the friends who made us meet?
1, 2.
Anyway,
3,
let's
4,
go back
5,
and
6.
crowbar the rest of those crystal panels off so we can, pawn those.
Oh yeah.
Did we find out about whether the tomb is trapped?
You have no way of knowing.
I rolled a 17 for sleight of hand, but
It's clearly not trapped enough as far as the panels go, so like you're not having any issues with that.
just, rip the bandage off, Jhank. Go ahead.
If it explodes. Actually,
All right.
I'm
Okay,
confident.
yeah,
I'm
Now
confident.
go.
I'm going to stand next to the sarcophagus because I'm that
Wait,
confident.
get the dog out of the room, you psycho.
Okay, so what? Do I roll a strength to open it or just do it?
I figured the
How-
two of us working on it. We can just.
Yeah, a combined strength of 20 is enough to lift it. How many of the panels have you pulled down before you try this?
Like
Two so far, I
two
think.
so far.
Okay.
Well, I'm pulling off
Mm,
this one right now
Okay.
with my crowbar.
Yeah,
I feel
two
like we
and
should
a
have pulled
half.
them off.
2.5. Okay.
Ugh.
Well, as you successfully manage to pull the lid off of the fake sarcophagus, a spell fires off.
Called
And
it.
Should have rolled Arcana.
I mean, I called it.
And
But
you
yes,
hear
it was called.
you hear this phrase being yelled by the magic mouth spell.
Well, I don't understand.
That says.
Nope. It's in Dwarvish. And all of the unpulled off panels shatter as the crystal axes fly out of them, animated and ready to attack the hell out of all of you.
Hey, Victor, what did it say?
You dishonor our beloved king. May his tomb become yours as well.
Hmm.
I mean, good fake
and,
out, but we already found the real one.
Yeah. So, give me a sec. I have to add 8 of these to the battle tracker.
It's hard to feel guilty about it when we know the real.
Wouldn't it be 6 since 2 of them got pulled?
No,
There were 10
Fantasy
total.
Grounds not responding.
There's
Oh, there were 10
10.
total.
There's 10
Oh,
panels
okay.
total.
I
Yeah.
didn't see the bottom ones. Gotcha.
Let me just make some adjustments. And
Well,
it
Jhank,
was-
hope you're happy. You're getting your fight.
let's see. Come on, let me remove one, please. All right, this one's gone, and I believe it was this one that's gone. Okay, so let me just make all of them visible.
Yay.
Whoops, and Azure has lost connection.
Yeah, Fantasy Grounds closed, so I decided to just, or froze, so I decided to just close it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let me go ahead and roll initiative for the NPCs. Whoops, the battle tracker disappeared on me. Initiative. Just for NPCs. All right, players, feel free to roll initiative.
Huzzah.
Got a little tip to roll different types of die together, put them into a slot,
Oh yeah.
quick slot.
Still missing Lander and Yuliy. Oh, I also have to roll for Dahlia. I forgot about that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she gets to kill something. Fine, sort of.
No, I rolled high. I'm actually
Oh, you
higher
did?
in Turner and not the bottom. What the shit?
That's new.
I know. Things that will only go poorly.
Okay.
All right, so Jhank
All right,
and I
all right.
go after everyone, and everyone else goes before.
Yep. All right, Lander, you get to go first.
I mean, that feels appropriate, really.
Yeah, it does,
Let me-
considering we were the ones who opened it, yeah. We need a second to put down the giant stone slab we just opened.
What should I use?
The thinking begins.
Like how I'm second. That's nuts.
Yeah,
Man, it only took you rolling an 18.
Mm-hmm.
because like I could use Shatter,
I mean,
but
it's-
you know, friendly fire.
Yep.
It'd
Yeah,
be
there's not-
effective
there's-
against these creatures.
there's
but
not really a safe spot for you to use that, is there?
Not
Yeah.
especially.
If everyone left the room, then I could do it. But
We don't have...
Do it anyway.
You don't have time before, they all get to attack, so...
yep. And so I suppose
Fortunately, the 2 that you put in the chest seem to be out of the range of whatever the triggering effect. So, at the very least, you'll get 2 crystal battle axes out of this.
The one that broke.
The axe didn't break. The panel broke.
Oh wait, so we have the panel that Dahlia put in, the one that I broke, and then we got the axe out of. And wasn't there another one we pulled off?
Lander was in the middle of pulling one off.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair.
Crystal Battle Axe 9, which I am going to Eldritch Blast.
Makes sense. Hit.
Excellent.
Nice. It's a solid. That is a solid blast of eldritch energy, cracking and shattering the crystal. It's not completely destroyed, but it's a good hit. Will that be your turn, or?
Right. I have bonus actions that I might have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I get another Eldritch Blast too.
Yeah, dude. Should
Forgot about
have
that.
a second attack.
That
being-
one does a 12 hit.
A 12 does not hit.
All right. I didn't cast it on it that time. So that's my attack.
I think it was just so close that like you just fired off 2 at once, basically.
If only there was a good way to tell what is like what type of action spells take.
Yeah, with your full list, there's not
'Cause, like, I have to
an immediately
on them.
obvious thing. Let me see if I can find something real fast.
Shadow Blade's a bonus action, but
Mhm.
I mean, Hex is a bonus action.
I think Hex is probably one of your only bonus action spells as a warlock.
Well,
I
Hex
don't
and
think
Shadow
you-
Blade.
Yeah, I don't think you get actually all that many.
Yeah.
There's not that many
Well,
bonus action spells, I think. Just period.
I guess I will just go ahead and
Eldritch
move
Blast
out of the
again?
room.
Or
I mean, I can only do one
oh, you don't
Sure.
get an extra?
Dex. I don't think so. Not right now.
I think it's just 2.
I think it goes
Yeah.
up at
Mhm.
10.
It's Eldritch Blast. I get 3 beams at 11th level.
Okay.
Okay. So
Right
two.
now I have 2 beams.
All right. Okay. Well, if that's your turn, then Yuliy.
Sounding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hello there.
Hello. Ho!
Just, roll a critical. Why not?
Yuliy jumping into action.
Wonderful. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Boom.
You smash clean through the handle of this axe, and you see a good chunk of one of the heads just completely fall to the ground, no longer animated by magic. It is hovering in front of you, just barely clinging on.
Aw.
And unfortunately, you took off too much of it. You took off too much of it to actually hit.
Listen, I felt happy. One, getting to go high up in the turn order and then getting an at 20 on my first attack roll. I'm okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Victor.
Let's see. It's first round. Well, we still can get attacks of opportunity if something moves out of our way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, good. 'Cause I'm gonna try and make the most out of this one. All right, so I'm going to target that one, number 8,
Okay.
and I'm going to attempt to hit it with Thorn Whip.
Nice. Solid.
Oh, sorry. I'll hit that once.
I'm willing to take the hit.
Take the hit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. There
No
we go.
worries. 9. Yes, you managed to. Your Thorn Whip manages to puncture and shatter the handle in particular ways, and also deal some nice damage to the head of the axe.
All right. And then pulls it 10 feet closer, which should pull it past Dahlia.
You are correct. It gets pulled. It gets pulled closer, and Dahlia does in fact get a chance to take a swing at it.
Does she?
Okay.
It's not leaving her
Swing.
threat range.
Oh, you're right. With 10, it's not.
If it was like one more space, it would actually be trying to disengage, but it's still engaged in her combat range. So
crap,
sorry.
you're right. No worries. My bad. I forgot. That's how my brain was like. I've been playing too much Arkham Horror, you see. Where
That brings
trying to
up
do
the
anything. Yes.
Did me moving to the other side of this wall trigger an attack of opportunity?
it probably would have, unless you took a bonus action to disengage. Or no, I can take bonus action to disengage. It takes actions for everybody else to disengage.
Yes. My assumption was that you were basically going through the door in such a way that I think I can let it slide this time.
All right.
Because you obviously would have done something different otherwise.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Victor?
No, that's all I can really do.
All right. Dahlia's turn. She is going to. Let's see. Where's this weapon? Here we go. She is going to. Is there a? All right. This is number 8. I can see it on my chart somewhere. Dahlia misses. It got pulled out of the way.
Aw.
I missed with a 14. Good grief.
Yes, she missed with a 14. Good news. She's at high enough level that she can do this again. So let's go with another attack on this thing. There we go. That's a hit.
That's a
So far, the only hits have been higher than 20. Or 20
That's
or
not
higher.
There we go. A nice hit to the axe, and she gets to do this again.
Of course she does.
See, I wouldn't be surprised that they're items that, they're hard to hit, but they're easy to destroy if you can hit them.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way of looking at it.
It's also crystal. It's not glass.
Yeah. There we go. She manages to, with after the first attack miss and making a small adjustment, she manages to hit it twice and shatter it completely, which leaves her with. Let's see.
He misses in the swing, but shatters in the backswing.
Mm-hmm. And because she's in a good fighting mood, Dahlia is going to use her action surge to just rush forward and hit this one.
Yay.
So let's see how this goes. This is number 7. She's got a smile on her face, and she is laughing as she does this. Is it any
Swinging
time
wildly.
I take the? Yep, pretty much. Let me double check on the extra attack. Is it any time you take the attack action? Yes, whenever you take the attack action on your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she gets to do this again.
Yep.
Gosh.
Fighter, right?
Show off.
Excuse me. I'm sorry that this level 15 character gets to deal damage.
No, this is in character yelling at her.
Mm-hmm. All right. That's unfortunately not enough to destroy it, but she does have this thing pinned to the wall, in effect.
Mm.
So, Crunchbite. What's Crunchbite doing?
I think
Anything?
Crunchbite is smart enough to stay outside the room with the axes and maybe
Yeah, just like guard the
Mhm.
chest.
Makes sense.
guard the chest from behind it where it can sneakily attack anything that comes close.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Sounds good to me. Okay, so here is what happens. The axes obviously have targets in mind given everything that's happened. So this first one's going to go over and try to attack Jhank. Flies over, and is there any way for me to do this? Yes. That is a miss.
Whoosh.
The other one is also going to try and fly over to Jhank, and that does trigger an attack of opportunity from you, Victor.
Okay. My weapon. I have a scimitar here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere around here.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
And that's number 2.
Number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do that. That's probably not.
Nope. Unfortunately, that is a miss.
Oh well. I tried.
Uh-huh. Let me get number 2 and have it roll against Jhank. That is a hit.
Uh-oh.
So Jhank, you will be taking
Nothing. I don't know.
3. No, it's supposed to be 3 damage, but you absorbed it. So
We still have like temp HP from something.
you
right?
still have temp HP from earlier. Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, that explains it.
Oh,
Yep.
we still have that?
Yep. You still have it because it hasn't been a full day yet.
Oh.
The battle axe that you smashed Yuliy is in turn going to try and smash you with its with what remains of its shattered head, and that's a miss. So don't have to worry about that. Battle axe number 4 is going to fly past and try and swing at Usk.
Hey now.
Kind of funny that the battle axes are using long swords.
Well, it has to use the magic swords, and of course it's critical hit.
Naturally.
Naturally. So,
Naturally.
you've taken a single damage.
All right, yeah, that cut through all my temp HP, but at least it took it.
Mm-hmm.
It absorbed a critical. You know, sometimes that's what you that's what you gotta take that.
Hey.
Yep.
That's a story.
I moved one of the battle axes apparently into the void, so I don't know. I think I was trying to delete that one and messed up, so it's gone. I don't know why it ended up where it did. Let's see, where's number 7? Number 7 is the one that Dolly was attacking, and it's going to do its best to attack back. That is also a hit. Dahlia looks annoyed at best.
That
looked-
temp HP is really doing its carrying its weight.
Mm-hmm. It the vibe that those of you who can see her get is that she's holding it by the handle, and it managed to like ding her, but not actually do all that much. And the axe that you were dealing with, Lander, is in fact going to hit you, but yes. So that is going to be that actually should be the full 8 damage because it's magical in nature.
Right.
So I'm gonna change that real fast to 8. And now it's Jhank's turn.
So is Jhank in range that in melee he could attack Battle Axe 2 in addition to 1?
Yeah, you should be within range, given that it attacked you and its range is the same as yours.
Yeah, it just seemed good to double check on that. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Jhank's not in the square.
yeah, so first he's going to now. Does blunt damage from the hammer do more to these things since they're crystal?
It doesn't seem to. No, they seem to be. The magic seems to sort of bind it together a little more tightly than you would expect.
Okay, so first thing, going to swing at 1 with the hammer.
Okay. That is a
That'll
hit.
do.
Solid.
Nice. That was at 1, right?
Hmm?
That was at Battle Axe 1, correct?
So that was the war hand. Yes, that was at Battle Axe
Okay.
1.
All right.
Okay, then gonna do that again.
Go for it. That is unfortunately a miss. I think once again you took just enough out of it that hitting it a second time became a little bit harder.
Okay, so I guess he'll hit the axe with an axe.
All right. Okay, that is another hit. It is barely. There is just almost just the head and a. It went from a full-on battle axe to, at this point, more of a hand axe. So it is just barely floating there in front of you, but it's not quite finished yet.
And I mean,
Alrighty
I
then.
think that's everything for John.
All right, then Usk, your turn.
All right. Gonna go swing at the more damaged battle axe with my daggers, because that's the range we're in.
All right.
Nope.
There we
Yes.
go.
Yay.
Oh,
4
wait.
damage.
Question: wouldn't you, since it's an enemy within an ally space, wouldn't you have advantage anyway?
Yep.
Yeah,
Do
you
I
would have
get
had
that?
advantage. So, yeah, that
I
should
could
be the
technically
case.
attack it.
Yeah, since Yuliy could attack it, it's your, and so can you. I believe it's got the advantage rules, the flanking in
that-
effect.
How that rule works? Because that is... I thought there were more
Thought somebody had
requirements
to
for
be on the other
that.
side.
Hold on, let me double check.
They and no table ever plays the flanking rules the same.
Yeah.
So
Quite the same.
it has also been a while since this was ever relevant, because I usually hang back.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, I see it as being like that because technically I'm still a threat to it, and no offense, but I think Yuliy's a little bit scarier than Usk.
Mhm.
I agree. It's just that, like, this seems too easy.
Oh, yeah.
Just like I stand, next to someone fighting another thing, and I just get advantage. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, hold on.
I mean, if that is the case, it would also make sense for the battle axes to get advantage in that case too,
That's also true.
since you guys have the exact same formation.
We'll go with no advantage for now, and I'll try to find specifics on this later and make
Alright.
a definitive ruling on it later.
Anyway,
But-
I got one hit in and destroyed it.
Yes, you managed to, with that second stab, completely shatter the weak point of it, causing it to collapse.
And that's my turn.
All right. Is the owl still just watching the Umber Hulks?
Yeah, is it still there?
No, the one that you saw earlier has moved.
Did I see which way it went?
It went north.
All right. Well, good to know.
I think you got a little bit distracted.
That's that.
All right, Lander.
All right. Well, clearly going outside did nothing, so I'm going to go back in.
Mm-hmm.
And
The battle axe. It's got a long reach. It's also magical.
that one's a miss.
All right,
Hey,
that's a
yeah.
hit.
19 hits. Good to know.
Excellent. It is currently experiencing the negative effects of multiple eldritch blasts directly to its head.
Right.
And that is my turn.
All right, Yuliy.
Yes.
Grashi. Or don't, I guess.
Please.
Not this turn.
Sorry.
You know what?
Oof.
Okay, fine.
I'm sorry.
That's combat. That's D&D.
Yep.
I blame my
Sometimes-
father calling me during combat.
Wait, what?
No worries.
That's why I BRB'd.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
Avis said BRB a bit ago. All right, Victor.
All right. Targeting
I
number
thought
one.
you meant like your character's like, Fey dad.
I mean,
Just being
maybe.
like, hey,
maybe
what's
that's
going
exactly
on?
what I meant.
You're fighting things right now? Not now, Dad.
Nice.
Yep.
Excellent work. So you were attacking the one near Jhank?
Because I
All
figured if
right.
I didn't take it down, I would have pulled it out of his range, and he would have attacked of opportunity'd it.
Mm-hmm. It is deceased. How do you want? How's it going down, buddy?
How do you want to do this? You wanted to say it.
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to get better about combat stuff. So
Oh, we're talking to me?
yes, I was talking to you.
Oh, what's the question again? I'm sorry.
How do you want to do this?
How did you want to do this?
Oh, the destruction?
Yeah.
Yeah, just the vines go wrapping around the thing, and Victor yanks it back, and it doesn't all come at once. It comes in pieces.
Nice.
Rolls across the floor. Whoops.
Shrapnel. Perfect. All right. Is that
turn?
your turn?
That should be my turn, yes.
All right. Dahlia, have simple plan. Simple plan is swing greatsword many times.
I like the simple plan.
It's a
I
good
share
plan.
the simple plan.
It's a plan we don't
Sometimes
lose our hat.
Sometimes the simple plans are the best plans.
Well, that worked.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Dahlia, slightly annoyed at having taken a ping, just pushes her greatsword through the entirety of the head of the axe.
And then I imagine he just turns around and goes at the other one.
You would be correct. Swinging the still shrapnel-covered axe, shrapnel-covered greatsword, she goes after the second crystal battle axe. And she gets one more.
Rolling straight 19s.
Yep, there we go. That's two more down.
Damn.
Crystal Battle Axe 4, duly, still fulfilling its duties, is attacking Usk once more. You've got to be shitting me.
The second critical hit on Usk. Yeah.
Gosh.
Is that by the
I'm-
same axe?
Wait,
Same axe.
wait. Because I'm
Yes?
actually here this time.
You are.
Here this time. I'm actually paying attention. Fuck. What is it fucking called? Gosh darn it.
You know what I forgot about is
Please
that
come
I
on.
have a Hellish Rebuke, so I could have.
Disadvantage, please. Fighting style
Yeah.
protection. Hi. Hello.
Hello, fighting style protection. That's useful.
Hello.
Okay, so you take the damage instead. That's how that works, correct?
No, it has to roll at disadvantage.
Oh, it rolls with disadvantage. Okay.
So
Well,
now roll a
if
6.
this somehow becomes the third nat 20, okay, that's going to be a miss then. Okay, so
Okay.
you only took 1 damage. So good on that, thankfully.
All right.
Yeah, it's how do you want to describe the protection, Yuliy?
Shit, I didn't think about this.
Just throw out your shield in front of me for a second. That's basically how it goes.
I was actually going to be more of like kicking you out of the way for a second.
That actually
Also
seems more
works.
in character for Yuliy, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Dahlia kicks doors down. I kick people out of the way.
I missed
Don't
this
know
time.
if that's your thing.
I'm doing it now.
It will become her thing.
I don't know if I
somehow
want that to
seem
become
to
your thing.
recall Yuliy kicking
is-
someone else before.
It is now Yuliy's thing.
Do you want that 20? I think it sounds like you want that 20.
Remember, anything can become a running gag. Jhank, it's your turn.
Okay, so I've got it. I have to ask now. Are these axes like two-handed battle axes, and two is the spell that's keeping them in place, keep them from being grabbed and thrown around?
They will struggle if you try.
See, what the idea is, Jhank lunging at battle axe 4, grabbing it to throw it at battle axe 9.
Hey, careful! I'm over there.
Like Fantasia.
It would be you would have to leap over the sarcophagus and
throw past us, past me into the battle axe.
It would certainly be extremely cool if you can pull it off.
Yeah.
You would also have to like successfully grapple it and throw it in the same. I don't know if you can take those actions on the same turn.
And not roll a nat 1 and take off my head.
I wouldn't do that, but
yeah, but it might injure me.
I think I think the point is a nat 1 in that particular case would be the axe just stops flying as soon as it leaves your hands because it's a magical flying axe.
Yeah.
I feel like
you can't throw a thing that already levitates on its own power.
I mean, you can.
Well, I guess
you could throw a bird.
I feel like the cool action factor of hitting an axe with another axe it's worth it.
Okay, all right, go for it. You'll have to roll the. Go ahead and roll the grapple versus dex check. Well, the good news is the dex check is very low.
Okay, so I'm just using basic dex, or
it's strength for you. Well, that is a success. So you have successfully grappled the axe. Now, how do you want to try and throw it? I will allow this.
He's going to grab it, and he's going to do a minor. He's going to first shout "Duck," so he doesn't, so that Usk knows to get down, and then he's going to do a bit of a hammer throw to scroll it across the room to hit battle axe 9.
Throwing it like a hammer rather than an axe.
So one thing I do have to ask now, because now it's leaving both of our ranges if he gets to throw it.
If you would like to, yes, you can try to smack it out of the air and break it. With an attack of opportunity. All right, so what roll specifically do you feel you should make in this situation, Jhank, to throw it? Because if you're going with hammer throw, then my thought is athletics.
Yeah, that's probably the most appropriate given the style.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
solid.
So that is a successful throw. Usk, Yuliy, you have an attack of opportunity as this axe goes sailing through the air.
Nope.
That's a hit, Yuliy. All right, you manage to clip it fairly hard as they both go flying. And Lander, I need a dodge roll.
All right, is that just dexterity?
It is just dexterity.
Jump, wizard, jump.
I ain't a wizard. I'm a warlock.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'm not good.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's bad. Okay.
Or would it be a saving throw?
Doesn't
matter. It's still a +1.
Yeah, it's a +1 either way. This is a check because you're trying to dodge actively. This isn't like a
reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, no, I guess that would be a reaction. I'm sorry. You can do it. You can do it as a saving throw if you'd like. You can redo it as a saving throw.
I mean, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's moving
Although I could
roughly.
use lucky, actually.
Oh, you could, yes.
You could and you should do that.
And I think I will. I'll just do a save this time. Oh, that's even worse.
Yep, it is
I
worse.
Think I get
Unlucky.
to use the better of the two?
Yeah, I believe with lucky it's effectively advantage, but you have to roll before you know, in a sense.
Yeah, which to be fair, we didn't know yet.
Yeah.
Use lucky
Okay.
again.
Yeah,
So
and I get to choose which one. I'm gonna choose the 5.
Okay. Let me just double check this real fast. It is per 10 feet. Okay, so this is going about 30 feet. So, okay. The axe you threw is going to be taking 11 bludgeoning damage because it effectively fell, for lack of a better term, 30 feet. To go smashing into the wall. Your aim, however, was a bit off, and so Lander, you and the axe will be taking half that rounded up.
Okay. So we each get 6.
Yeah, you'll each be taking 6 damage. So,
put me up
fortunate-
to 14.
fortunately,
So it's not as cool as it could have and should have been.
it's not
Oh.
as cool as it could have and should have been. But
Sometimes
the good
reality
news is
ensues, and dice.
it did break both. So.
But he also clipped
Oh, it
me
did.
in the process.
No, it did still hit it did still hit the axe, but unfortunately Lander was a minor collateral
Yes.
damage.
Lander took some damage as a result.
You know, I really would have preferred it if you had just smashed it and left this other one to me.
You all right there, Lander?
I'll live.
Would you like to live a little less pain?
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use Balm of the Summer Court, and I'm going to heal him 2d6.
Well, what I was going to say, I had to radio off is Jhank can use Cure Wounds.
This will be fine. So I will
Alright.
give him back 8.
All right. So Lander has only taken 6 wounds now. Dahlia will walk by, pat Victor on the shoulder, and go, I wouldn't worry about it personally. He's suffered through worse. And just walk back into the room, sort of
I mean,
grinning ear to ear. She's happy that she managed to get a warm up.
I have died before. That's true.
I suppose so, but let's not make a habit of that, shall we?
I don't plan on it.
Good, good.
And
Okay, so yeah, Jhank still uses Cure Wounds anyway, so that gets 7.
all right,
Well,
that's
cool. Back to full health.
that's his full health.
And now
And-
it's just Yuliy and Usk that have damage.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just like it's literally just a scratch. So
This is the damage I've had for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah, it is.
You gonna be okay with that?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
fine. I've had this for like a really long time.
All right, no problem.
And I think with that, with the tomb properly explored and the trap purposefully set off, and
Was there anything in the tomb?
yes, the sarcophagus that you open contains tatters of a black shroud and the dust and bones of some kind of dwarf, and the bones of a mole that was sealed in with it by accident.
Oops.
Well,
But then the axes then that basically made up the remains of what we could take off the walls.
Yeah, we've only got
there's
one crystal axe and one intact
Panel.
yeah.
So with the tomb successfully explored and the trap purposefully set off and disarmed, that will be it for today. And something I told y'all earlier, but I just want to make clear to the audience, it's been a while, so I think y'all have done enough to deserve a level up. And since it's been long enough, you're actually going to go up to level 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's very generous.
Spud
of
was
you.
gone when you mentioned that.
Yes, Spud, you were gone when I mentioned that, and if you have anything you'd like to talk about character wise afterwards, I know some of us have discussed stuff in the past. Like now would be the time to talk about it, so I can get things all readied up, and hopefully by next time I can have all of that stuff that I keep saying I'll have ready. It's been kind of a crazy year.
Yeah.
I get
I mean,
a new cantrip.
yeah.
I get a new spell level. I get a new Eldritch Invocation.
I'll have to actually
The
look
only
at a
thing I
book.
don't get is a new spell slot. I still only have 2 spell slots.
Oh,
It's
right.
bad.
I technically get all of these. I just have to prepare them. Fine.
Yeah.
I forgot we go to the cleric school of let's have all the spells.
I can also
Yeah.
learn one more spell.
Yep. So all right. I hope everybody had fun. Let's.
Yeah.
I learned one more spell and gained one more second level spell slot.
I can also swap out my spells if I want to get something different than what I have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I also get
All
Magical
right.
Ambush. Starting at 9th level, if you are hidden from a creature when you cast a spell on it, the creature has disadvantage on any saving throw it makes against the spell this turn. So that
Nice.
can help with my terrible spell DC.
Yeah, it can. Sorry, my dogs are freaking out about something. Anywho, we should probably do the wrap up real fast.
Sure thing. Thank you for listening to our Spudventures. If you like what you heard, you can find more at youtube.com/Newbiespud or wherever you get your fine podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, etc. We aim to live stream these games every Sunday around 2 p.m. Pacific time at twitch.tv/Newbiespud. If you want to keep up with this and other projects I'm doing, you can follow me on Twitter at Newbiespud. And if you want to support my ability to produce more content like this, please consider supporting me at patreon.com/Newbiespud. See you next time with another session of The Borrowers next week, perhaps, or we'll see how it goes.
Yep, depends entirely on how crazy my week gets.
Real life permitting. That should be the preface for
real
all,
life permitting.
every time. All right. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.